So you know I'm paid in full.
Hey, what's going on? You're tapped into another 180 Creators interview. I got another great guest, Myrks. What's going on, man?
Man, what's happening, big dog, man? Good to see you, bros.
Yes, sir.
Been years since I seen this good fella right here, man.
Yeah, on the court, probably.
On the court.
That's normally where, that's typically where I ran into you at.
Yeah, that's all. And Halcomus.
Yeah, Halcomus. Man,
that was an error.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
That was an error.
They ruined it like they ruined everything else.
I need that gym back, y'all.
Yeah. You know what's wild, though, and I know you'll feel this, bro, is there's nothing more tragic than having a good gym to play at and then it getting ruined.
Get yanked up out from you.
Yeah.
It's been at least, I don't know, I was about to be light and say about 10, but it's been at least about 25 of those down here.
Yeah.
Like good spots where you try to have it a private hoop session for a couple of months, the wrong person get word of mouth about it, ruin it for everybody. You find another spot 6 months later, another 6 months later, that hoe up in flames because of whatever reason.
Yeah, why is it? Why do you think it's like that? That you tell somebody like let's say a private hoop session. How does it get unprivate? Because it seems to be like that happens every fucking time, bro.
Man, too many people I'm
gonna bring my homeboy, or you think I'm
gonna bring my homeboy. Oh, he like that, so he should be able to come. Or people be like, nah, fuck that. We just going to hoop. Like, I really don't understand the reason why it's private is because we already have these issues.
Right.
But if we didn't have these issues, we wouldn't have to have a private hoop session where we got to hold 15 people and all this other nonsense. But you can't even do that because y'all gonna tell somebody.
Yeah.
There's been times where I done had multiple hoop sessions and I only send the address to 5 or 6 people to start. And then I'm gonna just shoot the whole address out the last 20, 30 minutes before the hoop session about to start. Y'all know it's all gonna be TK, all y'all live down here with the whoop whoop. Do that. People text me with the address like, yeah, I'm gonna be at the session, fam. I'm gonna be at the session. Session canceled, bruh. Session canceled.
Yeah. What's your perfect number for a hoop session?
Hoop session depends on the talent level. So me personally, I like to have, I either want it to be long competitive games with short bodies or a lot of good games with a lot of bodies. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want it to be like 25 to 30 bodies and then each game taking 30 plus minutes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's too long.
Terrible. Like everybody gonna lead the run anyway.
Yeah.
I really like it best when I'm having to run the clock. I like to do like 8 to 10 minute games. And then have like a timer on, you know what I'm saying? And then that way, if you're in the 2 hours and that 8-minute games, you probably getting a good 16 or 16 plus in. You know what I'm saying? You can get, anytime you can get over 10 pickup games in one session,
yeah, that's
really what you're rocking for.
We've been playing lots of 5-on-5s, runs at TC, and just 1s and 2s to like 12.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of them take longer than others. But, somebody hits 6 threes in a row, which is very possible.
Yeah,
your whole game can be over fast. And there's some hoopers out there, and then there's days where it ain't.
Yeah.
There's days where we're not calling travels because it would take too much time out of it.
Take too much time, too many fouls.
But there's a group of people, and if you can get them all up there at one time, we have some good games.
Yeah. You got to invite me up one day. You need to start pulling up on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, where y'all playing at?
Play at Washington.
Washington?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
I didn't know if you want to say that on the podcast.
I ain't say the time.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't say the time. And plus, I got the key to there anyway. I can lock that door on people.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I couldn't lock that door. I can lock the door on people now.
Yeah.
So
you got to have that. I'm getting better, bro. I'm getting better. Like I'm probably better than I've ever been now, and I'm older than ever.
Bro, you was never bad. See, a lot of people they think I had like a connotation about how they played or whatever because I kind of bro, when I was young, I just was always whoever you was, I just told myself you was sorry. Unless you done really just beat me or something like that. Yeah. I had got to a point when I was in college, was I just used to tell myself everybody on the court was sorry. Yeah. Just my mind would be you
kind of hype you up.
Yeah, you not fucking with me.
I feel like you need that though.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't care what field or business, sport, whatever you in, you gotta have some type of thing to trick your mind into being better because everybody has insecurities, and if you say you don't, I get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. I used to tell everybody I saw to myself. Trash. 20 times in a row. Next time I see you, I don't even got to think. It's just to kill him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you've always been able to analyze the game. I feel like I don't know. For me, it was always I just be in go mode. And as I got older, it's not till I started playing this year and I play a lot now, and I'm starting to like see, okay, like it isn't just about being fast and stuff like that. It's about like, obviously I've been working on my shot a lot. That's what's been changing a lot for me. But making the right passes, setting screens, and
doing all the extra stuff too, on top of doing the stuff that you get glazed on about, basically. Yeah. I would say, man, shout out to my moms. Like, I was raised on basketball, so like I've been around the game for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't always have the ability to analyze and slow the game and think about it. I give a lot of credit to the college game, because whenever I went to school, and I tell all my partners know this, like my two favorite players growing up would definitely be Allen Iverson and Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, if you see me hoop, nothing like him. You know what I'm saying? Play nothing like him, because like, so whenever I went to college, I was fast as hell. You know what I'm saying? One man fast break, I'm going by you, first step, crazy, yada yada. But I could barely jump. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have hang time like D Rose, and I was fast, but AI and D Rose, they like when they a whole nother level type of fast. You know what I'm saying? So like when I got to college and realized like, all right, I'm fast person on my team, but each game we play, I'm second, third fast player on the court. I'm not a freak out there running no more. You know what I'm saying? That's
the big difference between high school, where you're like, you can go from being the man and then you go to college and then like everybody's the man.
Everybody's the man. You know what I'm saying? It's 18 bodies here at school. Everybody just as good as me. You know what I'm saying? Some of them been here a couple of years on, so they know way more than me.
Yeah.
So like I had a lot of ground to catch up on, and I kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I burnt out my first year. Like, not like burnt out like where I was tired of the game, but like I was like too entitled. Thought I should have been doing too much. So me and my first year coach didn't really get along, and like that situation really like made me take a good assessment of myself. Yeah. And like, bro wasn't wrong. Like, I wasn't really supposed to be getting as much burn as I thought I should have at that time, because all the things that he forced me to learn that I was able to start applying to my game made me 20 times, 30 times better player. But at that time, I'm like, bruh, nah, get me in the game.
It's hard to take it from, especially when you start to grow. Like the older you get, it's harder to take like the orders of a coach until you get to a point where you're like, they are right.
I would say, like, man, so me and my dog, we coach some 5th and 6th graders. I would say between that, if you can get them right then, it's perfect. If you already coaching them up until like the 8th grade, I say between that 4th and 8th grade area, that's the best. Once they start creeping past that, they start trying to, I'm not trying, they gonna start developing a mind of their own. Because that's really like, it's part of what's going hand in hand in life too. So the same time they developing their mind on their own in real life, they doing the same thing on the court. Yeah. Like everything people teaching them, they, no matter what they doing with it, they developing their own thing to it.
Yeah.
So it don't come till around that college era, you know what I'm saying, to where you really start to be able to accept criticism and teaching from other people again.
Yeah. That's what you need. And that's what you don't know. Like, and it's like, I see, like sometimes these kids will come in to TC even, and they're high school kids and they're cold, but like, attitude be all fucked up.
All fucked up.
You could just tell like 2 shots don't go their way, and it's just like, or like somebody didn't pass to them.
And like, it's like, in my era it wasn't as bad, but in this era, that's where I see so many more kids about to have fights with their coaches. Like real life, on the end of the bench, shirt off, ready to fight. Like, that's crazy, fam.
Because a coach, and that's, I don't know, you don't really realize it till you're older, and you're like, a coach really do care. Like a coach really is just trying to.
And if you were good, a coach can't lie to you and can't lie for you about that. Because if he lie, say you want to go to some school, and he has to talk to this coach about you coming. He might love you as another son or yada yada whatever. But if he lie for you and you go to that school and be a whole different version of what he said, he's ruined his relationship with that coach.
Yeah.
Now he can't even vouch for another player ever again, because that coach gonna be like, nah, you sent me something that you said was this and this, and he turned out to be get off my team. Like,
you ruin the reputation. Yeah.
Ruin your reputation.
Jeez.
So,
man, that's wild. Me and Luke were talking on one of the episodes of the other show. He's like, I wonder how many people went and played 1 year of college. I feel like there's got to be a ton. Like the statistics got to be crazy high.
My college years, I could say I had at least. Oh, I had 1 year in JUCO too. That 1 year in JUCO, we had a lot of boys that make the squad.
Yeah.
I could say I know at least 40.
40? Yeah.
that like went to school, like
Yeah.
they played at schools that I was at their first year, then never
I
played
see
again.
a lot like when we go play flag football and stuff, and it'd be like, oh, he was a dog in high school, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Oh, I went to so-and-so for a year. And then that'd
Drop
be it.
off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how you got. It's a lot more people that could play college basketball out of high school that don't realize they can. It's like you got like a big herd of people coming, and then you got the ones that keep going on to college. You got a big drop off. And then you got the ones that make it past the first year, big drop off. And that's how them NBA numbers and overseas, all they get a lot smaller and smaller, get another drop off. And then the ones that keep going all 4 years through college, that's not, you know what I'm saying, good enough to go to the NBA draft, whatever, yada, yada, start searching for overseas.
Yeah, to go play somewhere
Some of them don't get there that first year. Sometimes it takes 2-3 years. Me, for instance, you know what I'm saying, after the first 2 years, drop off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that one that keep going, eventually it's, you gotta make it.
Yeah,
you know
you
what I'm
got
saying?
because of the numbers.
Yeah, you got to. It's like, if you ain't at the cream of the crop, it's a number game. It's a patience game. It's like, how are you gonna outwork that next person? Like,
Yeah, but see, like, so let's do some math here. The NBA has 30 teams,
Mhm.
and there's 15 people on the average
450
roster.
NBA players.
450. Yeah, that.
Mhm.
So I mean, with all the millions of
You can
people
take
that
it-
want to be basketball players, 450 of them get to be NBA players, and you got to think we're pulling from overseas now.
And we're pulling from overseas. You know what I'm saying? And you have what's called, like, I forgot exactly what they title them, but like players that's played in the NBA that have kids, there's a whole nother like scouting group for them now.
Really?
Like they're called, just think of them as unicorns. But like the NBA, like Chris Paul's son,
Bronny.
Gilbert Arenas' son, D Rose's son, Bron's son, like any of you played in the NBA and you got kids, there's a whole separate recruitment list that they already got a board waiting for to see if these kids reach an elite level at a certain age group.
Are they just banking it off of like genetics, you think, or just or
Genetics,
just
knowledge, and
context?
the way that NBA players teach their kids. Because once you get to that level, unless you have a tragic ass story like Rashad McCants, you know what I'm saying? You've seen more, you've learned more, and you know how to teach the game at a much higher level. It's really like whenever you see an NBA player's son and they not good, it's like an immediate negative connotation. You know what I'm saying? Like
that kind of reflects badly on the player.
what is he doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you don't have to be athletic to play basketball. That's what people used to think. But look at Luka. Look at Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Look at Steve Nash back in the day, if you want to roll back a little bit. You don't have to be athletic to play the game of basketball. And NBA players, some of their kids, like, a lot of these kids don't always be athletic. Like, Peja Stojakovic kid. Most skilled kid in the nation, give you 40. You know what I'm saying? But he not no freak athlete like Zion or Lonzo Neal was whenever they was in high school. But he's a dog just like him. And whenever he goes to the league, it ain't going to be no issues because he can do everything. You know what I'm saying? His dad taught him how to not have to depend on one part of his game. It's a full slaughter.
What do you think about how the NBA is turned into now? Because it's obviously different than like when we were kids. Because the game is not the same. You know, the spreading of the floor, the 5 shooting threes, 5 shooting deep threes. Sometimes like
there's things to hate and love about it.
Yeah. Are you still? I guess my question: are you still excited to watch NBA? Because sometimes I struggle with it.
Yeah. I'm still excited for sure. The thing I love watching NBA still to this day. The one thing I would say is my biggest takeaway is they've done a lot of rule changes to make it to where you couldn't play defense in the same ways. And even though it's allowed certain other parts of the game to flourish, that's what I feel like is going to be the golden point. Whenever we can get that balance back to where, all right, we done.
I think it's the offensive friendlier.
Oh no, yes, for sure. I remember whenever I was in college, they had the rule change that the referees came down and gave a speech at a school or whatever, and was telling us like the game of basketball is trying to get driven towards offense so we can sell more tickets, yada yada, more entertainment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they wanted to score more points. So they started changing the rules on defense. You used to like be able to give somebody an elbow bar or a little hand check one time and then get off. You got rid of the hand check first, then they got rid of the elbow bar. Now you can't even have your hands on nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? You got to be wide open. If you have your chest out, you can't be leaning your chest into them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they changed the game in order for it to benefit the offensive player. And the best offensive players was already manipulating the defense anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a shit show now.
Like, I don't know, the James Harden era where he was just completely taking advantage of the rules.
James Harden was he probably the
and when
best
they changed and when the rules kind of when they stopped giving him some of them calls, he kind of turned back into An average guy.
Yeah. James Harden definitely was one of the best manipulators of NBA rules I've ever seen.
There was that whole era where they would just get in front of you. Like if a 3-point shooter, if a shooter ever could just get in front of you, then they would just stop.
And then like wait till you get a little clip.
And then shoot normal.
Yeah. The only person I see that really still gets that off on a regular is Dame.
Yeah, Dame can still do it. And that's my favorite player.
Dame's
which is
one of my favorites.
Heartbreaking what's happening right now. They have both of them go down. One of them not even make the first round, and then for him to be in the boot.
And then, man, I'm saying this. Don't get me started on Dame opinions, but they over here saying he didn't show up in the first round, bro. Averaging he has like the third highest playoff average right now. You know what I'm saying? Now he in the boot. Now
there was a game he had the same amount of points as them in halftime.
In halftime, yeah. First game.
Come on,
game
man.
One.
What do you mean not showing up?
Bro, Dame been going crazy.
The Dame hate is crazy for real.
Dame hate is crazy.
It's the thing, and I've been rocking with Dame, and people know this about me forever since 2012. Man, that's
hey, shout out my brother Corey, man.
Yeah, you got another guy that's the same way.
Corey Minnan.
Oh yeah. We hoop with him all the time.
Yeah,
bro. I knew Dame was special, bro. I knew it, man. And I remember watching him play with Aldridge. Man, they had a squad for years, man. Bro, they had Wesley
Dame
Matthews.
First 3 years, he was giving teams scares in the playoffs, and they forget whenever they left. Dame sent home Lob City.
Yep.
And he sent home James Harden in Houston. And that was going crazy.
I loved when he sent Paul George home. Come on, man! I'm watching that in the living room, bro, going nuts. Bro. And when they sent the Rockets home, the time you're talking about there, where he hit the game winner,
came off that double stagger.
Yeah, I went crazy.
Count it.
Everybody was asleep in my house.
Woke everybody up.
No, I didn't say nothing. It was the most. It was the quietest, rowdiest celebration you ever saw. I'm jumping on the couch, I threw my hat and shit.
On me,
took my shirt off, but it's quiet as hell, like silent library type.
My kids coming at living room. Everything okay? Everything good. Everything's good.
Everything's perfect. Yeah.
He turned up.
Man, and Aldridge, there was a couple years where he was just phenomenal.
Man, that year before he left Portland,
he was getting like 30 almost a game. And between them two, it's like you couldn't, because they'd pick and roll. And
you couldn't, and at that time, like Dame, he's still aggressive going to the rim when he want to be, but at that time, he was like still real young.
He would go dunk on somebody.
If he coming off that corner and you too slow, he gone. And you couldn't go help off LaMarcus at all. He'll hit you for the three, he'll hit you for the post, he'll hit you for the midi, all that.
That turnaround on the baseline that he would do when he kind of backed you down and did the little turnaround. It looked slow and it looked ugly, but he'd make that shit every time.
Right over the top. Yeah. I met LaMarcus Aldridge.
Really?
Dude is fucking humongous. Yeah. I met him at a Chipotle in South Lake.
He had like a hole in his heart or something.
That might have been LaMarcus.
Because I know something ended it. Basically.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. He went to Dallas, and probably about 3 years after that,
he went to Spurs, I believe. Because I got the jersey. Yeah, it's the Spurs.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's from Dallas. He's from Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, so okay.
That's where I met. I met him in Dallas.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, bro, huge.
Yeah, I've got the Portland Aldridge jersey. Huge. I got the Spurs Aldridge jersey. I got him hanging up.
My boy Corey got the Portland Dame jersey.
Oh yeah, I have that too. I got
the Portland Dame jersey. Yeah. He got the Portland Dame jersey.
Yeah, he got the Portland Dame. I got the White Rip City one. I got the red one. The red one where they changed when the first year they changed it to the real deep red. And I got a black one too.
I want that blue and white joint from the not the play-in tournament. What's the new joint they had this year for the first time? The mid-season tournament.
Mid-season tournament.
The blue and white jerseys they had. I fucked with those. I want that.
Yeah, I don't got the Bucks jersey yet.
Yeah, I need that.
I'm so sad. I really am just sad about how this played out. But while we're here on the playoffs, let's talk about it, man. The biggest bust of the year. Where do you think my head's at?
The biggest bust?
Oh yeah. I know exactly who I would consider the biggest bust. The team.
Now, my biggest letdown is Golden State.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, even more than the Suns getting swept.
Yeah. Not seeing Steph in the playoff was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like I remember that like after the first week of like the first rounds for each team's games got done, and I was just sitting there. I was like, that nigga Steph really not out here.
Yeah, he ain't there.
And then when I realized, like going a step further, like LeBron and KD might get swept. like,
isn't that wild?
bruh, and I'm like sitting here, I'm just like,
You think it's you think it's the young kids' turn? Is it just time? Are they just timing out?
I
These
don't,
people we love so much.
I don't think they're just timing out. I do think some of them is getting very close to that time. I think LeBron's time is with LeBron. It's really like, how do you want to play this?
Yeah, because he can keep on going.
Yeah, he can keep.
It's just how
he still wanted he's still a top 15 player in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like
how long do you want to be like considered dominant? If there's ever a time where he can play in the league and he isn't dominant, but that's okay with him, then he could play for years.
Do you want another playoff series like this one?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you in the 1A,
he wasn't
1B
bad
go.
though.
He was great.
Yeah, he was still great, especially for a 40-year-old.
It's just it's really, that's why I say it's how you want to play it. Do you still want to seem like this untouchable force?
Yeah.
Or are you going to like kick back and be humble for the remaining years in the league? Because that's really what it came down to me in the playoffs. Like even going in, I was like, all right, I get like, because I'm expecting Denver to win, but I was like, I got Denver winning.
You still think Denver winning? Bro, like, why does nobody, I don't want to interrupt you, but why does nobody talk about Jamal Murray until the playoffs?
I don't know. Well, he don't really do that in the regular season. He kind of like, the way you can think about Jamal Murray is how you think about Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like if Jokic go down in the regular season and he got to put on a Superman cape or something, then he going to do that. But other than that, it's going to be important games, fourth quarters, overtime.
Stupid in the playoffs.
In the regular season, he really don't have crazy games unless somebody like close neck to neck with him, and then they'll give them to him in the fourth quarter and get us out of here, Ma.
Because I don't, I might see one or two regular season Nugget games. Yeah, realistically,
I probably, I'm saying, so not this season. Last season, Jokic became my favorite player in the NBA.
He's something.
This year, I probably watched him 35 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got NBA League Pass?
Yeah.
See,
I've been watching that. And I got a site if you needed to.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I might have to hit you for that.
I holler at the comments.
Them years where Dame was really good and that squad, man, that one specific Portland squad, I was like, yeah, I had to get NBA League Pass. And I watched that I probably watched half the games.
There was another year of Dames that because I'll say I don't really have teams no more. Like I grew up as like a Sixers fan because my mom was big on the Bulls, kind of like I was a Bulls fan.
You can't be a team.
You can't really be a team. And then I know too much about like, you know what I'm saying? These organizations don't care about players. So I understand why players move and stuff. Like I'm not fit to hold you to no loyalty standard whenever your team doing this. And then the person that might have traded you, whatever, he probably gonna end up at the team that you playing for 5 years from now, some other sticky situation. So you really can't give too much energy to that. But for the people that do what you do.
Yeah, there's
you know
some diehards out there still.
Diehards. But I'm a follow a player.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to
There's been people that follow, that have been to the Cavs and then they went to the Heat and then they went back to the Cavs.
But they act as if they die hard for each one of them franchises. What's crazy to me.
They just want LeBron.
Like, man.
Let's be real.
Like, bruh, now that the Lakers get swept, now they talking about LeBron was doing this though. Nah, I thought you was a Laker now. Yeah. Like, nah, it don't work that way.
But I mean, do you think people, the first couple of super teams, you think that just, or what they would call super teams, you think that just broke the mold? Because, like they always talk, especially you get the old heads talking about Jordan would never went over here.
Always been around.
But it's more acceptable to leave and go and then like the KD move and stuff like they'll forever go down in history as
that one's gonna always be remembered. LeBron's is always gonna be remembered. And the big three are always gonna be remembered because of LeBron. Because they always try to tie that one in. Yeah.
I'm talking about with Bosh.
Yeah. No, the one before Bosh and Bron.
The big three. You're talking about Boston. Yeah, Rondo.
Because LeBron
Rondo even
he wasn't mentioned as
in the big three, but he was a big part of that. So the big three was Kevin Garnett,
Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen.
Yeah. But Rondo was point guard.
Yeah, Rondo was the point guard.
Did he have like 20 assists one game?
Bro.
Like 22 assists?
I'll say that first year, about halfway through the year, his numbers just straight. But going into the playoffs and into their ships and stuff, it was arguable that he could have been MVP as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you also got to think he was a primary passer.
Yeah.
And he had to pass to.
His numbers looking like quadruple double every night. Like, you mean to tell me bro got 12 points, 6 steals, 15
and
assists.
He won with the Lakers too in the bubble, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean that was cool for him to come back and get another one.
Boston and LA. What about that though?
Yeah, that's crazy. Has
Lakers
anyone
and
else
Boston.
won at Boston and LA?
Lakers Celtics. He one of the most historical players of all time.
Yeah.
Off real because of that.
Have you seen him lately?
I
He was
saw
on a podcast and he was sitting.
talking about
He was yoked with Teague.
Yeah, I saw him.
Teague.
I didn't see him on that one. I saw him on All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and them.
Yeah, okay,
He was on there. He had the dreads and stuff. He was
It's like who? At first I was like, damn.
my boy looking chubbed up.
Yeah.
Hey, Rondo a real one though. I rock with Rondo. Rondo, like, I can't never say he was like one of my 5 favorite players, but he's always been one of my most respected players in the NBA.
Who do you hate? Because I got some people
Kyle
I hate.
Lowry.
You hate Kyle Lowry?
I don't got to
I
think
hate
twice
Patrick
about it.
Beverly. I hate him with a fucking passion. I hate that motherfucker.
Is it
I
is it his
understand
game?
I understand what he's doing,
his antics.
but yeah, I don't like it's funny he plays with Lillard now because they fucking hate each other.
Bruh.
And so like me, especially like I'm like 18 years old, Lillard's like my favorite player. He's like, I'm like, hey,
He's
leave
like,
my
fuck
boy,
no,
leave my boy
fuck
alone.
that.
Like, yeah. It was almost
Hey,
that type of deal.
Now, hey, because Pat really did a dirty ass foul on Dame one game.
Yeah.
And it was like right after he had got Russ out for like 2-3 months because he had did Russ a little dirty play. So no, I definitely get it. Yeah,
I hate Draymond too. I hate the bullshit he be on. They need, like he's out there whooping people, bro. Like it's intentional. Like,
So, dude. So back in the earlier days, did you like the KGs, the Tony Allens, Gary
I did
Payton?
like Tony Allen's. I did like Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph.
Yeah, that type.
Okay,
I did
so it's not all of them. It's something about them for sure.
Yeah, it's just a couple of them that I didn't like. Yeah.
I typically.
Then
I guess I
I
kinda-
fall into the storylines too. Like anybody
Okay.
that beef with Dame, like I would take that personal. I'm older now, and it's like I don't care as much. But
How you
like,
feel about my dog wife right now? Nah, my bad, Dame. Let me backtrack. Dame.
yeah, that was-
she
that was
talking
tragic.
crazy though,
Yeah.
man. She making me mad over here.
yeah, that's that's what I'm saying. You know, you get your idols.
Man, yeah.
Their beef become your beef.
That's
on
my
accident.
dog.
Like, why you
She
doing my
gotta
boy like
chill.
that? Yeah, she got to chill out. No, there's a man like even the Paul George stuff. I ain't been able to like Paul George since their little incident.
Since Paul George and Dame, you know who Paul George really don't like?
Who did Paul George really not like?
You got start looking real close. Paul George and Devin Booker
They
hate
do
each
not
other.
like each other.
Hate each other. That's one of the real beefs in the NBA.
Damn.
Now I saw that All-Star game. You know, the cameras be everywhere in that hole.
Yeah.
So they was just going around trying to do something. I saw people shaking up at half court. Paul George and D Book looked at each other, turned the other way.
Oh man.
That one real.
Man, you know another one. When speaking of D Book, but that was tragic last year when he got to talking to Luka.
Hey,
Bad. That was a bad move.
man, that motherfucker there so amazing.
He went crazy on him. What a freak. What a. It don't even seem like it should make sense, bro. I really hope they beat the Clippers. But think about
Me
this.
too.
If they beat the Clippers, then you can add another like 4 names of our era superstars. You know, our time. Like there was our little golden time. Kawhi, Paul George, Russell Westbrook,
For the
LeBron,
craziest.
Steph, all these people that we've already talked about being eliminated. If the Clippers go, we're losing another chunk of our
Man.
superstars.
And I
Kawhi, the only one I like on that whole deal.
I would say I love PG and Kawhi. I love Russ too, low key. I love Russ too. I'll say I just like James Harden.
I don't
just
like James. I do not like James.
I had an era like I never disliked him. I didn't like the misunderstanding on him. Like he's like one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. How can I put this plainly? Because I don't want to seem like I'm hating on bro, because bro's amazing.
He is great. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He is great. But
say how the D Wade versus James Harden stuff come up, and I immediately tell everybody I'm going D Wade.
Oh yeah,
every time.
Yeah, I would rather have.
And how like because of what he did for that stretch and how he did it, people act like I don't know. I don't even go into it.
I feel you.
Shout out James Harden, man.
But it was the Houston team that was supposed to be, wasn't it, Golden State?
Like that
blew that lead that same year that Golden State.
Yeah, they was
blew it to
built
the Cavs.
to beat Golden State, and
they had him on the ropes, didn't they? And
That's
they
the year
blew it.
Chris Paul got hurt.
Yeah, in the year Chris Paul got hurt in the Western Conference.
Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, damn it.
He got hurt Game 6.
He
has the worst luck in NBA history.
Let's talk about this, man, because this is a conversation going around about like maybe less games a season or the workload or whatever, because it do seem like I get it. It's some points and the other points I'm like, if I pay for a ticket 6 months in ahead, I would, let's say it's a Milwaukee game and Dame is just tired so he doesn't play. Yeah. I'd be like,
you be hurt, especially if you buy it 6 months ahead. There's no way I could have known that you weren't going to play this game.
Yeah, because it's just like, and maybe that's financially, that's the only way maybe I could have got to the NBA
That's the only game I could have got off. I only, little kid,
then you don't see
it's the only ticket we can afford.
Which I've seen Dame play 3 times.
I've seen him twice.
Yeah, I always go to Dallas. I saw Dame versus Luka.
Did you get to catch him warm up?
Oh, yeah, they don't miss.
Bro, it's
insane.
Bro, the first time me and Corey was in there, Dame in there warming up, bro. And I'm talking about he is literally at the tip of the logo.
Yeah.
And he done hit 37 of these bitches straight all net. Miss 2, then go off for another 20.
Yeah.
Shake his shoulders, go on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
20, 30 more. I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
We don't understand a lot of times, I think, until you see something like that, because even in a game, it's contested shots. You're shooting over the best defenders in the world.
You playing in front of 52,000 people.
You put them guys alone in a gym. Shit, they finna.
I remember one of the best shooting performances I've seen from an NBA player was also in warm-ups. It was first year Kyrie was in Dallas. I went to go see him at Luka. Shout out to my boy Hunter Sullivan. Invited me out.
That's my boy. Shout out to Hunter. I got a bucket on you the other day. My bad.
Hey, boy, you better D up. But Reggie Bullock was in the corner, long corner. He wasn't shooting no crazy half court shot, but he was just in the corner. And I remember I was tweeting while he was warming up. I was like, hey, man, Reggie Bullock hit about 48 threes straight in a row in the corner. And somebody was like, Reggie Bullock? Hell no. I was like, what you talking about? That's an NBA shooter. Yeah. If he came to your gym right now, I promise you, he is for to run you up out of there.
So let's talk about that. The average, let's take one of the worst NBA players and you take him to the local hoop session.
Go watch a Rajon Rondo shooting workout. I don't watch one.
It's a rap, huh? Bro, he's not even known as
They was guarding him at the free throw line. I done seen Rondo clip off 25 straight.
Yeah.
On the regular basis. You know what I'm saying? It's just and a lot of people that don't have a real clip in the NBA, they don't have a real functionable shot as well. It's with Rondo, it's not that he really can't shoot. He kind of got a janky shot a little bit to where he got to wind it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So getting that hoe up off the dribble, coming off the screen in a lot of different ways could be quite uncomfortable. When I teach kids now, I like to teach them get to a point to I can't make it where your shot is going to be textbook perfect all the time. I can make you shoot like that, but it might not be comfortable for you. You know what I'm saying? So once we get to somewhere, just make sure you got a good flowing shot to where you get right into it. You ain't wasting no motion. You know what I'm saying? Your energy right here at your flick. You got your snap. You got your follow through. You got your motion. And that way, it's almost impossible to not have a shot that can be released in 0.4 seconds.
Yeah. You got to get the shot off.
You got to be able to get the shot off.
Yeah. One thing that really helped me was getting the line straight. For years, this is the first year forever.
I used to be like this.
Yeah, this is the first year of my whole life that I've been shooting way better. And it's just been one motion. And also leaving this hand up, my holding hand, because I'm left-handed, and leaving my holding hand up, that's helped me a lot. And also not
chicken. They call it a chicken wing.
Yeah, because I'll do that too if I ain't care. So I've been really working. And it just feels so much better because it's just one motion. It's just bam, bam.
Man, you can with a younger kid, even at any point in your shooting career, if you really just...
But is it harder to teach someone that's older, though? Because they form some bad shit in their head, yeah.
I honestly, kind of recreate my shot every 2 years now. Yeah. Just because, for, teaching standpoint, because, I be wanting to get my shot. Once, because, I'm a little all over the place. I work out a lot still, you know what I'm saying? Because, I don't really like to just go run. I will go run. I ain't really big into lifting. I like to go do basketball drills to stay in shape. So whenever I go do drills, after a while, you know what I'm saying, if say I do a workout and I hit whatever percentage for that workout and I go do that same workout for about 2 weeks straight and I stay around that same percentage, I know I was all right, this is where my work comfortable at. I need to change some
Change it up.
techniques
Yeah.
to get up to a better percentage. So I'll start like thinking about what I'm doing. I'll start recording myself, breaking my own stuff down. And then when I do that to myself, it makes me a lot more keen seeing other people do their own shots. Like I tell kids all the time, like, bro, all you got to do is this. Go do this for about a month, you know what I'm saying? And come back to me and tell me how you shoot now. And things will be a lot different, you know what I'm saying? So
it can be changed, yeah.
it can be changed, yeah. It can
I've
be
struggled
changed.
for years, and that's been like a big weak
you gotta
point of my game.
you gotta want to.
Yeah.
Most people, like I was talking about younger kids earlier about being coachable and stuff. Once they get to that certain age, they feel like how they doing it is the way they're supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
Like it can't get no better, but that's not the case.
Yeah, you can always work on it. Yeah, that's anything though. Yeah.
You know, Connor Willett.
Connor, no.
He ended up he the leading scorer at Texas A&M history. Shout out my dog Connor. He from Pleasant Grove. I trained him when he was a kid. And
wait, big tall white guy.
Yeah, he about 6'3".
Yeah,
so,
okay.
But he played like a point guard.
Yeah, I played with him before.
Okay, so
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Connor, I used to train him, and like he ended up becoming a way better shooter than me by the time he was a senior. Like when he was a senior in high school, he was shooting better than wherever I was at my point in my college career. You know what I'm saying? And I remember he said to me, he was like, Coach Rich, you got to do what you told me, man. You got to get that damn elbow in.
Yeah.
And like I started looking at some video about shit, and he was
like, yeah.
And like my elbow was out and stuff. I started getting my elbow in. Like, look at the trainee. Then train me on something.
Yeah.
And boy, I went up a good 10%.
Yeah, anytime, and that's a good life lesson too, man. Anytime you think that you've made it,
yeah,
you're immediately going backwards.
Man,
like
I always be a little open-minded, man. You ain't got to listen to everybody, but be able to take something from somebody.
Yeah, but you got to learn. Yeah. But knowing who to learn from is important too.
Don't take something from anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, learn something from somebody.
Yeah. So you got the nugget. You got the Nuggets winning to bring it back. Yeah, you got the Nuggets winning. I can see that.
But
I feel like
I will say this.
Who's your other team?
Murray did strain his calf. And the way he played last game, man, it looked like he took a cortisone shot or something.
But they got a couple days though, right? Or wait, who did they? No, they played the other team that got swept.
Yeah, they finna get going. The West already on the round too.
Yeah, okay.
I think the West might have.
What teams are left? The Timberwolves in the West. The Timberwolves advanced.
They put LA out. No, Timberwolves put Phoenix out.
Phoenix out, yeah.
Denver put LA out. OKC put New Orleans out.
Man, OKC's tough. But they don't have no experience. So like we just don't know how they're gonna do later in the playoffs.
I was telling somebody, my dog, Kieran, he thinks they might win it all. I told him earlier, like I do think they probably gonna bow out in the conference finals.
Well, they don't have no veterans. I feel like that has to play a part though. Like you don't have nobody that's been to that point.
What's saving them is like they two main players, Shea and Chet.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they play the right way. Like even
Shea's amazing.
Bro, even when Shea is going crazy, it's for to be a 50-point night, he see one of them young bulls ahead of him immediately. You know what I'm saying? He see Jalen Williams going crazy for a mismatch. Yeah. He go ahead and give it to him because he knows it's going to make his job easier whenever it's time for him to be aggressive.
The picks in the future are still in their favor.
They in their favor. And OKC ain't never picked wrong.
Yeah.
They the
look
best
at the
draft
difference
in history.
between, you got to think of the difference between OKC and the Suns situation.
Draft.
Yeah. Like this team bet the farm on old superstars, and then the other team.
LA too.
Yeah, LA.
I wouldn't say a whole bunch of superstars, but LA betting on free agency, betting on getting guys to come all the time. Don't ever want to trust building some guys through the draft.
Who's building a better team than the Thunder right now from the drafts?
I don't know, but they looking like Golden State was a couple of years ago. And the only other team that done did that, Denver right now. Yeah,
because Denver's. What was the dude? Oh man, Brown. Wasn't it Brown that was on the Nuggets last year? Where did he go?
Bruce Brown. He went to the Indiana Pacers, and then halfway through the season, he got traded to Toronto for Pascal Siakam.
Oh, dang!
But he
did so good in the for the playoffs last year.
He did great.
I just never heard of him again.
This is how you should. That loyalty conversation we was having earlier. This is how you know that's nothing. Remember during I don't know if you watched the parade, but during the Denver Nuggets parade that was downtown, whatever, Bruce Brown was up there with Coach Mike Malone, and they basically brought him in on stage. They was talking about how much they love him, how he was never leaving Denver.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks later, gone. It's all on video and everything. He done did this to this man in front of millions of people and then traded him.
Yeah, and don't players get told sometimes they're getting traded through like they see it on social media or like
they'll see it
text
on social
message or
media.
something,
Sometimes they might hear from somebody before their agent even hear it. Somebody will be like, "Hey man, I heard you finna get traded." They call their agent like, "Man, I ain't heard nothing like that." Agent call them back, "Hey bro, it's true."
It's gone.
Like,
golly. The money is so good though, but at the same time, the business is treacherous as hell too for it.
Business is tragic. That dude got to be like, but I mean, yeah, nah. Some of them do got to manage their money better. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could like if you just think about some of the best hoopers in town, just for fun. Think about this: if you just gave them boys a couple million, how many of them would fuck it up?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people that end up with that type of money don't be having guidance and don't be trusting people to put that type of guidance in their corner.
Yeah, because you would want a money guy.
Yeah,
you would want somebody to help you invest it.
Mm-hmm.
You would want to not maybe buy a house that you would be tough for you to afford like 20 years later. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely doing a split 4 rule. I'm like putting like 25% up, investing 25%, living off 25%, and 25% for something I don't know.
Yeah, but you know there's some player out there that bought their mama house,
off rip,
bought the granny house.
it's so many. It's really majority of them. Like especially if you're not on one of them. Now the rookie deals is a lot crazy. But I'll go back like we'll just go early 2010s. You got a rookie come in, and if he a top pick, he getting $5 million this year. If he not a top pick, he might get $2 million. So you got your agent. You got fees.
Yeah.
You got taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you getting paid $2 million a year of tax, you really probably only making in. Might be lucky to get close to 1.2. You know what I'm saying? And on top of everything else, you got to dish to everybody else. At the end of the day, and then you
can't go buy a $5 million house because you got a $5 million contract. Like
you getting checks month to month. You ain't getting $5 million right here. You know what I'm saying? You getting 50,000 here. Some here.
I know some NBA player at some point has bought a house and like broke their leg. Oh, how tragic that would be.
It was something. I don't want to say the wrong name, but it was like 2009. Somebody did break their leg at home. It was just
ruined it.
Man, fuck this leg up at home. I can't remember who it is right now.
Injuries are so tragic, especially for a person that's whole life is banked on
injuries are
being
depressing.
Able to put your elbow in the rim. You know, like Derrick Rose, like, you know, and he was able to redo his career, you know, and find a place to super respect to D Rose, but at the same time, that's not the same D Rose that we were gonna get if the injury didn't happen.
True,
it would have been more like a Russell Westbrook deal.
And I'll be honest with you, D Rose, you know you're my dog, and you know this is true yourself. If you ever do see this, if D Rose would have been able to. Because he came back those first 2 times, he came back kind of like bitter, aggressive, yada, yada. Wasn't really trying to accept that change of his game at all yet.
Yeah.
And if he would have did that first time, he would still have a lot of that left in him. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up getting hurt another 3 times, still trying to be the same player.
That's got to be tough, though.
It's got to.
The man.
It's terrible. I'd have been through it myself.
Remember the game? Which one was the game where he was just ridiculous? I think it was like 2K11. I think he was just like unstoppable on 2K11 because that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, 2K11. Yeah, because 11-12 the year he won the MVP.
Yeah,
he was crazy in 11. Yeah, it was crazy in 12 too.
Imagine being that dude and then not that dude. Golly, it's hard, that would be hard. You have to make an adjustment, but it's like I don't know. We've seen players be able to turn into role players, and then some players can't. Yeah. You know. It was weird seeing Carmelo at the end of his season.
It was weird seeing. The last place I really appreciated Melo was in Portland with Dame because that
was a cool year.
Because he was like
some nights
I would say he was the third option.
Yeah,
I would say he was the third
like
option.
20.
Yeah, there was a lot of games he ended up with like 22, 24. Whenever it got to like LA and I'm like, nah, this ain't it, Melo.
But I mean, Denver.
Man, yeah.
Knicks even. Like, dude was just a complete animal.
Denver and Knicks. They've been, man.
That Denver team was crazy. Allen Iverson.
Like, I'm so scared of the time.
J.R. Smith, back when J.R. Smith could jump out the gym.
J.R. Bro, you know these young bulls don't even be knowing J.R. is like...
Yeah, because some of them just know him from like the last years with LeBron.
They think this dude Ray Allen or something. Like, nah. Speaking of Ray Allen, they ain't know Ray Allen used to be like that. I'd be like, bruh, y'all just...
yeah, people like J.R. Smith would dunk on people.
J.R. Smith
he would go over people.
He would 360 windmill on your head.
Yeah, he would.
After catching you for a crazy rocker on the three-point line. You know what I'm saying? J.R. put you in there, make you look bad. And then come shoot the next play just from deep for no reason.
Yeah.
Just...
The him and AI, how many seasons is it? Was it 1 or 2? Because they didn't do long.
AI was down there for 2 years. That second year, they got him out of there for Billups.
Yeah.
He went to, ended up going to Detroit.
And that's when Billups came in?
Yeah.
He was tight.
Yeah, Billups was, he's not as good to me, but he was better for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of reminded me of like maybe Gilbert Arenas a little bit, kind of. Wait, did Gilbert Arenas play, what was his?
I don't like that one.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I think I may have just
Gil
got
was
a whole.
dog, though.
I may have got my whole names wrong. Anyways,
Gil kind of like
Gilbert played for the Wizards, right?
Yeah. Gil to me, he was like our preview of like Dame, Steph, like big guards shooting from deep.
Yeah,
because he didn't do it as much as like they is now, but he probably had about three deep balls a game, and in that era,
that was crazy. Yeah.
It really wasn't many people shooting back there at all. But Gil's different, man. They don't give a lot of respect to Gil. Gil paid away for a lot of guards in this era.
Did he have any? Because I can't remember any Wizards to this day from like that time. Did he have anybody good on his team?
He had Antoine Jameson, if you remember him. Yeah, Antoine Jameson, Caron Butler.
I remember Caron Butler. Yeah.
He had some good teams. He got put out by LeBron twice. But
there was a time, bro, where the East was just like
you're not going.
Especially like Toronto get their ass whooped every fucking year.
It was like a good 8-year stretch. If you see LeBron in the playoffs, bye-bye.
Yeah, because I mean he was going to the.
He was going.
Yeah,
he was going. And if he wasn't going, he was going to the conference final to play whoever was going to go.
Yeah.
So he was either going to be in the finals or he was going to be in the conference finals. You take your pick. And it was always, I remember for like 3 years straight, it was the Raptors.
Yeah, because they would just cut them off. Toronto had no chance. And I mean, they had DeRozan, they had Lowry, which I'm not a big.
And like
Lowry
they would
fan.
always have those good years. They got like 60 wins, 58 wins. We think we finna do something this year.
Just
no,
to
sir.
beat LeBron.
No, sir.
Conference finals.
And I feel bad because I remember D-Rose MVP year. I just knew it was that year too. I was like, yeah, we beat them. We swept them in the regular season. Like, yeah, we done swept them boys. We beat them first game of the series. They came out them next 4.
Does anybody on the East have a chance this year? Boston? Yeah,
Boston, but
I feel like
I don't like Boston against Denver though, but I do like Boston team a lot.
Wait, Boston was that the finals last year? Didn't Boston go all the way?
Yes, got mollywopped.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah. I personally don't believe in Tatum like that.
In the right moment, huh?
I done argued with a lot of people about
he
it.
Can be a dog.
I do think he's going to end up with a ring or 2 maybe, but he's not him to me.
He needs to do it now.
He better.
Yeah, he needs to win now while he's got the team like he
becoming less relevant to me. Like, for a minute there, I still understood him being in that face of the league conversation, but now I don't even think he can really be one of your candidates, which you got Wemby here now. Like, yeah, I ain't.
What did they got to do to get him in the mix? You think back into the playoff runs? They just
talking about Spurs.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna be there next year.
You think so?
I think if they wouldn't have had, first of all, if they didn't have Wemby on minutes restriction, I think he would have either had the best rookie season ever or the second greatest behind Michael Jordan.
Wow.
He averaged 20 on minute restriction, playing 26 minutes a game. Yeah. His blocks, he averaged like
the blocks is wild.
He averaged like 1 less than David Robinson. Who they didn't put on minute restriction as a rookie. Yeah. Same as Tim Duncan. He averaged more than Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's scary.
Like, when you line up his points, rebounds, blocks, and steals compared to the other 2 great big man Spurs and David Robinson and Tim Duncan, he's trailing David by 5 points, Tim by 2 points. Blocks is he's past Tim and he's trailing David by like 1 block. And then on steals, he's got more than both of them. And he plays like 15 minutes less a game.
Wow.
Than they did their rookie year. It's been 1 game this year where I saw Popovich let Wemby break the minute lock. And that's when he was going back and forth with Giannis. And that was
that was a good game. I watched that game. I was at It was like Outback or something watching that.
Yeah. And he was going at it with
At it,
Giannis. Like,
You think he's the future of it?
Yeah.
What about his legs? His legs scare me, fam. They're too little.
They do.
Like one bad landing away from him not being wimpy.
That is the big question mark with him, but I ain't never seen nothing like him, bro.
What an alien, for real. I like his logo. Just his logo.
It's very fitting.
It's cool.
It's just a fucking alien. It's very fitting. Bro, I can't explain it. And like
imagine you show up to the gym tomorrow
and you see him
and he walk in. How do you
and then
stop
he come
that?
down and do a crossover step back.
3, yeah. And then if you try to guard him too tight, he just goes and sticks his hand in the rim with the ball.
And then he get tired, so he just go post up on the block and just turn around and tap it in on you. And you try to do a floater to the rim and
he just grab it.
Caught it with his elbow. Like he the only person I done seen block a Nikola Jokic step back.
Really?
Had it back here in the corner.
Yeah,
tried to protect.
Damn. Yeah, Luke told me that, talking about he blocked him.
I was like, this dude here is, and like, man, he's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Because he really got game. Like,
yeah, he's cold.
Like he got
him from France?
Australia.
Australia?
He got game, bro.
He's from Australia. I thought he came from France.
Nah, the Rudy from France. He do seem like a Frenchman though.
Yeah.
Victor give you mad French vibes.
Yeah, that's another one. Rudy Gobert. He's still been able to be relevant.
Boy.
He smacked the shit out of you if you bring it down in the paint.
What?
Rudy
Gobert,
protector, yeah.
He a little hacker shake. I like him. I remember I used to talk so crazy about Minnesota whenever they traded for him because I was like, you're gonna put Rudy Gobert, who can't really score, next to Karl Towns, who's a bitch. But
yeah, I don't like Karl Towns.
I didn't until this year.
But he can score. He has turned up this year for sure. He showed like he got a little
Edwards effect.
Yeah, because that's who we ain't said nothing about. Yeah. And that's a bad man right there.
The Anthony Edwards effect.
Yeah,
like I was telling serious. Jamal last night, I was like, bro, I always respect Ant because he took supposed to be one of the best big men of all time and finally got him hooping after like 6-7 years of doing nothing. Like Karl Towns be hooping now, like for real.
You think that's directly affected from
It's directly affected from Ant. Like
that's fine.
Like you could say how you would explain Karl Anthony Towns. He had no motor. He
just felt soft.
Yeah, he had nothing going. Like he had to be having an amazing game to have a good game. But you, the best player on the floor, second best player, any given night. But you got to be feeling this way to go do what you can do with minimal effort. So I've always had a big issue with Karl Anthony Towns.
They're tough. They may do something.
They might do a lot. I think they actually can beat Denver. If there's somebody in the West that I think would do it.
How's the bracket stacking up? Is Denver about to play the Suns? I mean, not the Suns. The people who Denver about to play the Timberwolves, or are they about to play on the other side?
I think it's for to be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I see you look. I think it's for to be Denver and the Timberwolves, and then OKC and I don't know why I keep forgetting who's coming out. Oh, we're still waiting on whoever went out of Dallas and LA.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's Denver, Minnesota, OKC.
Because the Thunder played the Pelicans, right?
Yeah.
And they put them out. And the Nuggets put out the Lakers. So that's the 1 and 2 seed. So 1 and 2 don't. Do they play? No, it'll be 1 and 3, huh?
Yeah, it should be.
So it'll be the Thunder versus the Timberwolves and the Nuggets versus whoever wins the other one.
That might be the best. That might be the best series of the playoffs until the finals.
Thunder versus the Timberwolves. That would be cool.
Like during the regular season, SGA versus Ant was one of my favorite matchups to watch.
Yeah, they're both special, I think.
Yeah, they both really special. And like, I do think I'm gonna say it's kind of like a yin and a yang too, how they approach it. But they approach the game very similarly, but very differently at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ant is very talkative, out loud.
It feels more aggressive.
SGA the same way, but it's kind of like on the
more finesse, like how he gets to you.
I ain't. It's not on the skill set yet, but like as far as like the mental and the talking,
yeah,
SGA kind of more like a Kawhi D Rose.
Yeah.
And then Ant more like a Jordan Kobe where he talking to you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You got like a silent killer, and then you got the one that's not going to shut up the whole time. And then you got one that's like uber athletic, and then you got one that's slow, concise, and smooth. Take his time.
Yeah.
So I love watching them two go at it. And they both got so much in that bag, bruh. They both got so much.
What do you think about the Olympic team? We're finally going to send the Olympic team over.
They crazy for not even considering Kyrie.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I like what he said. I would have liked to see him, Dame, and
yeah, I would have liked to see Dame there for sure.
Yeah, there's a couple of them I would like to see at least.
Yeah, because they got Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, Joel Embiid.
That's what hurt.
They could have left Bam at the house, I think. But I mean,
if they would
Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, which I get it, but at the same time, like
Kyrie could have that Drew spot.
Yeah, Kawhi. I say Kawhi. Kawhi. I say Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James. That's cool that LeBron's finally gonna play in the.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I say finally. He played another 3, but Anthony Davis, which is, I don't know. Don't get. I don't know. I have problems with Anthony Davis.
They like to have 3 bigs.
How do you feel about Anthony Davis?
Very similar to how I feel about Towns.
Yeah.
But he ain't had Anthony Edwards to save him yet.
Yeah. Well, there ain't. He's running out of time for somebody to save him. He getting old.
LeBron can't save him. Can't nobody save him.
Yeah, for real. And he just, I don't know. But physically, I just don't think he can handle a whole season. Like, even if he can go all season, it's when it matters the most.
Even if he could, I don't think he got the mentality to really be who he's supposed to.
He's not a killer.
Bro, we used to, well, not me. I never did it, but they used to compare this man to Kareem when he was coming in the league. That's what they was expecting out of him, bro.
Really?
But if you look up like the games where he do be hooping, his numbers be crazy. He'll have
go wild.
He'll have like 43 and 23 or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the next game, 17 and 9. Like,
he should never score less than 20. And in my opinion, he shouldn't score less than 20.
He should never score less than 20. He should
always have 15 rebounds.
He should damn near always have 15. I was about to say he should always have over 10.
Yeah.
But now he realized should always be close to like 15 rebounds.
I agree.
And then like I always used to give him a little bit of leeway on defense as far as blocking shots because he still was averaging like 3-4. But the way Wemby and Chet just came in this year getting 7 and 8 on the regular,
Golly.
I can't let it slide, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nah. And they might be freaks on the size-wise and long arms, but you got that. And you a freak athlete.
Yeah, and he's actually muscular and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm heartbroken that we don't have no Giannis in the playoffs.
That hurt for real.
Yeah. Especially when we were supposed to get Giannis and Dame together.
They finna blame this on my boy.
Yeah, like he's supposed to come to this team and save this team.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, I don't. Middleton's hit or miss. Middleton can be a dog.
I feel like they should get rid of him
and find maybe some role players, a couple role players for him.
I feel like they need
another like hardcore third option.
I try to get 2 good scoring options out of his money.
Yeah,
2 good scoring options out of his money. Now, like, because at first you had a backup point guard problem, but y'all brought Pat Bev in, and now that we see him and Dame getting along, all right, that's cool. He actually does fit in well. Giannis is, you're not going anywhere with that.
Yeah.
Bobby Portis, I like what he brings to the team. Brooke Lopez don't have much longer in the league, but what he does for the team, you know what I'm saying, it don't hurt to keep him where he at. I would try to go ahead and start bringing something in to replace what he do because you really don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to need that very soon.
I like that he can shoot. Man, he's shooting more threes than ever.
What be killing me about Brooke Lopez is like, you look up and he got 6 blocks.
Yeah.
and it be on the regular too. And I'm like,
it's a big dude though. And it's crazy that his brother just didn't pan out right.
He don't leave the floor. Like,
oh no, he gonna play gonna play most of the game.
He getting 6 blocks like this. Jumping over a piece of paper. Like, but
he's 7 foot tall, which helps.
He getting them though. So that's a lot of that's IQ though. So like how they say Jokic is a bad defender. He really not a bad defender. He be in the right positions. Like, and if you just get off on that bag a little more deeper than he can move that body, then go get your bucket. But like Jokic be putting himself in the right positions. I can say that about Luka too. They say Luka don't play D. Luka play defense.
Yeah.
Luka play defense.
But good luck stopping both of them on offense.
Go the other way.
The pass, the slow ass drive, both of them. But I mean, offense is about a change in direction a lot of times. You know, change in direction, change of speed. And his is almost like, you know, we always think of somebody that can just like.
He has the best breaks in the NBA.
But you can slow down.
He has the best breaks in the NBA.
Yeah.
No, I don't think no one plays the slow down, delay game better than him.
If you think somebody is finna make their move on you, so you move with them, and now all of a sudden they're going slow as shit. Like you done overcorrected. Yeah. That's different.
On the Euros, the two people who do it best, well, can't leave Kyrie out of any skill conversation. But outside of Kyrie, who do the slow down delays better than anybody in the league to me is him and De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is another person that we ain't talked about yet that is just an animal.
They be disrespecting Fox. Fox really...
It's his team, though. He just I mean, if you sit on
hard for him to get over
for
the
your
hump.
whole life, for your whole NBA career, it's just going to be like, hey, that's that one hard guy from the Kings.
And the small market teams, you really only have a small window to make that happen with the way that their money be set up. And if you don't make it happen as that star player, if you stick around, you kind of, similar to Dame, you kind of end up getting hurt in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It hurts your legacy. It hurts the way people view you because you couldn't bring a...
Well, those are all the teams in California, too. That's just like... It's like...
You got Golden State, Sacramento, both LAs.
Both LAs. That's a lot of shit happening in Texas. Is way bigger than California. And we just got two.
We got...
Wait.
Yeah, no, we got
Spurs.
Two.
No, three. Yeah,
Spurs,
three.
Yeah,
Houston. But even us being 4 or 5 times bigger than California, they have an extra team than us.
Yeah.
But I guess that is a big. But I bet like Sacramento is definitely the lowest on the totem pole.
Do you think Austin can support a team right now?
I mean, sure. Yeah, probably.
Think so?
If they wanted to add a team, I'm sure.
That's real close to San Antonio market.
Yeah, it might be too close to that.
But LA and LA.
Yeah, I mean, they play.
But that is Los Angeles.
They're playing in
though.
the same.
Yeah, that is
playing
Los
the same
Angeles,
gym, the same stadium. I mean,
they say if we do the expansion right now, it's Seattle and.
So like are they
Vegas.
going to bring back the Supersonics?
Yeah, so they're talking about it'll be Seattle and Vegas. And
Vegas could easily have an NBA team.
I think if they do that, they'll just like send New Orleans back to the Eastern Conference and somebody else in the Western Conference that should be in the East.
The conferences don't make no sense half the time because you be having teams just way the hell.
Like why is New Orleans?
Yeah, New Orleans is in the
down
Western
here in
Conference,
the East, Southeast, way up here with all these West teams.
Yeah,
but I definitely hope we get Seattle back because Seattle's one of those areas for basketball. I ain't never even hooped in Seattle for real. And that's one of like my bucket list hoop destinations.
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Oh, you have an actual bucket list of hoop spots?
Place I gotta go hoop.
I've only been to the most north. I looked on the map and we was thinking about this is on one of the podcasts I was doing, and like the furthest north I've ever been is Denver. Isn't that crazy?
I've
never
never
Missouri on this side.
I've never been like in the city of Denver. I've done been in the airport multiple times, but I've never been like actually throughout Denver.
I was like up in the mountains.
I hear it's a vibe.
Oh yeah, it's cool there.
Was that back when you were still smoking?
Yeah, but it's like a ski trip. I haven't smoked in years. It's been years.
I remember when you quit.
Yeah.
That might have been back the last time we saw each other for real.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah. Man, I'm on absolutely nothing right now.
Ain't nothing
I
wrong
drink
with
water and eat healthy. That's all I can do, man.
I do a hiatus every now and again to just recenter myself.
Yeah.
But I do it all the time from liquor.
Yeah, I came off alcohol all the way.
Yeah.
Golly, it was whooping my ass, dude.
Yeah.
I was about 30 pounds heavier.
Spending the extra how much ever a day just cause, man.
Dude, and I couldn't buy no 30-pack because I'd go crazy. So what I would do is I would just buy a 6-pack, and then like I was not getting a deal.
I used to stay going to go get 2 tall boys.
Yeah.
Be right back later that night. 2 more.
Yeah.
So I had to jump off.
It's crazy. Like us as humans, it seems like we're just gonna have our vices. So you have to kind of like find ones that work for you.
Yeah, I feel like, and then I feel like a lot of vices, they come in a lot of different ways, but some people got vices that they don't even know is vices. Like,
oh yeah,
like being fucking messy or
or eating
you know
too
what I'm saying?
much.
Like, yeah, in all,
or playing on the phone too long. Like, hey, dude, vices come in all shapes and forms for sure.
Yeah, smoking weed is definitely my vice.
Yeah.
But
some people, there's like social vices that people say, oh, that's bad, but have their own fucked up shit going on. Me and this guy was talking about this the other day in here, and he was like, yeah, we always talk, and he's kind of like from the church scene, and he's like, yeah, we always look at the guy on the street messing up, blah, 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 blah. But he's like, man, these people behind closed doors be on some way worse shit. It just be more private.
Bro, and like, I had that kind of connotation early on about myself. Like, whenever I be out in public and I would like feel those eyes, because like, it was a point like where, bro, I did not care. Like, my eyes bloody red, but bitch, I feel amazing. I feel amazing. So like, I be anywhere like that, you know what I'm saying? And my mom used to always say it to me, like, she's like, the person that you want to be, like, no matter how you may feel about people that do this, there's a whole sections of population that's gonna feel this way, and it could hurt you business-wise. And she was like, even though like it might not be right or yada yada, it still exists. You know what I'm saying? You still have to maneuver that. And that's kind of like,
that is interesting that there is social lines that like even regardless of right or wrong or anything like that, like you do have to answer be conscious to them. Of them. Yeah.
Either way, like even if they not right, you're gonna have to answer to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I usually don't like to go on camera. Like, it's kind of funny me being a camera guy and all that shit, but like I really get like real nervous and shit. So I usually like smoke right before I do anything where I'm gonna be in front of it. Today was really a challenge for me not to smoke before coming here.
Yeah.
So.
But we've been flowing.
Been flowing.
Yeah. So it's all good, man.
Yeah. I ain't tripping.
Oh yeah, man. It's just growing and figuring out who we are, and then like you're close to my age, right? You got to be.
Yeah, I'm 28.
28. Yeah, I'm 29.
Yeah.
This is a weird age, bro. It's like where it's like at a point where like you can't. It's almost like you can't fuck around no more. Like in order to be the adult we're supposed to be, and to
you gotta
take care of what you gotta take care of. It's like, okay, you can't do that. Some of that shit no more. You have to grow
do the right things.
You have any kids?
I got 2 kids. I got a son and a daughter.
Right, same here.
And they are a big reminder of that all the time, because like my daughter's at an age now to where she asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, how old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
No, you don't mind. I don't mind. My son, he will be 4 at the end of this year. My daughter, she's 8.
Okay, cool.
Like, yeah, she's like asking a lot of questions. Like, and my dog had her first fight at school today too.
Oh man!
And like, what was so dope about it? So I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing about my daughter. I'm just tell y'all about this fight. So she called me after school, whatever. I'm at work, yada yada. Yeah, Dad, I gotta tell you something. What's wrong? I already know she got in a fight, but she just finna tell me the story. And she was like, yeah, I was just standing over there, and then we heard some girls saying some yada yada yada, but we was minding our business. And she was like, and the next thing you know, the 2 girls that was talking, they came over and started jumping on my friend. And she was like, so I threw my bag down and jumped on her back and started beating him up. And I was like, good job, baby. Good job. Way to get up. I was like, you would have helped. If you wouldn't have held your friend, we would have had a problem. I was like,
you gotta stand up for your friend.
Yeah, you gotta stand up with your friend. If you would have let her get jumped in front of you, we would have had a long talk. But now that you did that, here goes a little bread.
I know it's coming. Like, the kids getting in trouble and stuff. And it's like even my son, he got in trouble today at school, or daycare. He's only 3.
Yeah.
And they were like punching each other or something. But it's like boys playing. So it's like I say, hey son, don't hit them, But knowing that boys are gonna like kids are gonna hit each other. They're gonna fight over toys.
And then like really being able to understand that as a kid, like, because conversation always gonna come in life anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
So like being able to spill to your kids early different situations of when it's time to fight, when it's time to do this. Stop your kid from being a crash dummy.
Yeah.
And like in this era
is dumb.
Crashing out.
I'll look at the camera when I say that. Y'all are tripping.
Crashing
Y'all are
out.
tweaking out. I'll stay at the house. Y'all do too much.
Man, for real.
I go home, man.
Most times I don't even trying to go out. I'm like, who all gonna be there?
Yeah.
Who all gonna be there?
And like if the kids are going, bro, like I got to know exactly what the deal is.
Yeah, there's a lot of places I don't like taking my kids.
Like I don't like a lot of people watching my kids. Parades and shit of this nature. I'll be like, man, why don't
Didn't this fair get shot up twice down here this year? Yeah.
I was out there with my kids an hour before that, and I was like, dude, I got to do better, bro. Like, why? Because we took them to the derby.
Mm-hmm.
Where they wrecked the cars.
Yeah.
They wrecked the cars into each other. The demolition derby.
They got a demolition derby out there?
Yeah, they do it every year.
What?
At the beginning of the fair is the demolition derby all weekend and the monster trucks. And then the next weekend is at the end is the rodeo.
Okay,
weekend. Yeah.
I see. I've always only went on the second weekend. I didn't know. I always knew it was a rodeo and stuff out there.
We get free tickets from my wife. She work at the bank, so it's like, all right, we'll take the kids to the demolition derby. So then we go walk around the fair at 9, which I don't think I should do with my kids. But I wanted some alligator. Hey, that's when the fair come around, I get alligator every time.
Hey, alligator good, bro.
Yeah, you find some old country.
Foodie?
Oh yeah, I'm eating, fam.
Yeah, bro. Have you ever had duck wings?
Duck wings? No.
No, I haven't either. But like, I was
say it's good.
No, I was in Little Rock, but I was full, and like it was this past weekend tournament with our boys. I almost ordered them just to go, just because.
Just to try it, yeah.
Duck wings, bro. I got to do it now.
The best, I'm telling you, Gator is up there with the especially when you get them Louisiana guys that really can cook it. And you can get Gator at walk-ons, and it's all right. But like, this was Gator on a stick at the fair. Like, this is some southern Louisiana dude that came out of the swamp for a week to go to the fair.
It was fire then.
Dude, it's hard to beat.
Have you been to NOLA?
No.
Bro.
Dude, I don't go enough.
Bro, fam.
I need to go more.
Bro, as a foodie, just go to, you ain't got to go be on no type of have fun time or that. Just go to New Orleans and go on a food trip. Bro, best food I've had in the U.S. for sure so far.
Well, we go on cruises, and that's our main deal is when we go on cruises, and they got a basketball court on the boat, and I can eat.
What's a cruise like? I ain't never been on a cruise.
Cruises are fun, bro.
Fire.
Cruises are fun as hell.
I love trips, so yeah, dude, I got to get me on one.
So this last cruise, I'll break down like my normal day. I wake up at 6, I go run a mile, I go eat. Because, bro, ain't nothing better than just being on the ocean.
Yeah.
I go wake up.
I probably get a lot of work done out there, too.
Dude, I did so much working out, fam. I started taking the stairs instead of the elevator. I was just like on some brute. If I'm going to, and this was my first time being sober on a cruise ship, too. So I was like, I'm going to just turn the whole thing into like a fucking
self-improvement.
Yeah, because I can, but then at the same time, I can eat 3 meals a day that are ridiculous. If I just go crazy. Yeah.
Like,
bro, I didn't gain no weight hardly, and I'm eating crazy, fam. But I wake up in the morning, I watch the sun come up while I'm running on the 12th floor of a boat. You got to think this boat's like 1,000 foot long.
Yeah. It really sounds like a vibe.
Dude, it's crazy. And like, so the top deal, there's a sky track where you run a couple laps and it's a mile. They got a basketball court. So like, I'll run a mile. I'll get the ball, shoot a little bit. I'll go to breakfast. Then after that, there was people meeting at about 9:30, 10 to hoop. Was playing 5-on-5.
Boy, getting 3 a days in.
Bro, we play for like 2 or 3 hours, bro. Then it's lunchtime. Then you go eat. Then you go find someplace else to just pig out and eat. Then they start doing tournaments. They got volleyball tournaments, dodgeball tournaments, knockout.
Boy, you was out there just active as hell.
Dude. Then I'd go play tournaments. By the time you get done with the tournaments, fam, it's dinner time.
Did you say a dodgeball tournament?
Yeah.
Did they play the rules like how they played the dodgeball movie rules?
We played like real dodgeball.
Hey,
and it's fun. And then like there's all kind of tournaments. There was the beanbag throw, like the cornhole, like every ping pong. There's tournaments for everything, bro. So like there's this window in the evening, like so I hoop all morning, go eat lunch, play in tournaments all evening, go eat dinner, and then after dinner, then you just chill, man. Then you eat way too much at dinner, and then they got clubs.
How long was you on that one?
7 days.
Dude,
man, I'm telling you, I came back. Like most people go get fat on a cruise. I came back like in better shape.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Man, there was a big dude.
He was locked in.
He could dunk. And so like we was like triple, like I'm talking about like this dude was 7 foot tall, easy. Like I mean maybe 6'9" and could dunk easily. And so we was triple teaming him.
6'9" to us is 7 foot.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he could just dunk with ease. So we're triple teaming this dude. But there was a bunch. There was quite a few people. I mean, we was running fives with.
Do y'all try to go to one every year or?
Oh yeah, I go once, at least once, sometimes twice.
Do y'all usually do like same thing like summer, or do y'all do like different seasons?
Well, I normally go in September for sure because I always go for my birthday. Okay. September 30th. So. But that thing about a cruise is, fam, you can go whenever, fam. Because where you're going, it don't get cold.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been to, like, and then you do, like, excursions on the day. Because, like, you'll have your days where you port and you go to, like, that, go do something there. Yeah, so, like, we go to Cozumel. We went to these caves, bro. That shit was crazy. Like, we went, like, you go down in the ground, into this cave. And we've all got headlights and like a little stick to poke around with, and you follow this little string and you have a tour guide and shit. But I mean, you can't BS about it. Like you got to be able to climb and duck, and there's like stalagmites and stalactites and all that. So, like it's cave.
How often you go down to Austin?
See, I ain't been to Austin in like 7 years, bro.
If you do go to Austin, I'm pretty sure they're not going. I ain't gonna say that 'cause I don't want to disrespect anybody. National landmarks, but Austin got a series of caves like that as well. It's not as extreme as where you're gonna have to like climb and duck, but you're gonna have to do a lot of hills, a lot of tight passages. They got 3 of them, and last time me and Bay went down there, we went to one of them. It was beautiful, and I had never did nothing like that before.
Did you go in so deep that did you have a headlight with you? Did you get it to?
Well, they had it to the points like where everywhere in there they had some type of light because it's like a tourist attraction at this point.
Okay, yeah. This thing, bro, we got to the deepest part.
It's almost like being in that Departed movie where you.
Yeah, and so like they set us in because there was parts you even had to swim through, fam, like where you couldn't stand.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah, and so we got to this. The water was about 5 foot deep, and they were like, "All right, we want to give you like a really cool experience and show you what it would be like to like really be in there." Everybody cuts like you're chest deep in cold water. The water's cold as shit.
Yeah.
You cut your headlamp off, it's complete darkness. And bro, it's like out of body. It's crazy. Like to be in pitch black, in the water. You're in a cat, bro. Like if you didn't have a headlamp in, I don't know how the fuck you get out of there.
Imagine the fear of falling off the cruise ship in the middle of the ocean at night.
Bro, and people do.
They do.
Yeah. I look over the edge. I think I've told this story, but I don't know if it's on this particular channel. So anyways, fuck it. We're on my first cruise, fam. And I, we really didn't go on all that many vacations when I was younger. So like I said, well, I want to go on a cruise, like my first adult vacation. Yeah. And so I go to the bar, I go get me a beer. We just got to where you can't really see, where do we leave out of Galveston or something? Yeah, like Galveston. And you can it wasn't even dark yet. Anyways, I'm at the bar and I'm like on the 11th floor and there's a bar right by and you can look down and you can see, the ocean 11 stories down. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Well, all of a sudden, everything just starts to tilt a little bit. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, okay. And no, fam. It just kept going. And it kept going and it kept going. And there's a swimming pool like in the middle of, they call it the Lido deck. It's like a big party deck because it's at the top. This swimming pool, the water starts dumping out. So like I'm sitting at this deal and I kind of hold on to this pole beside me and I grab my beer with my other hand. I'm like, what is going on here? Because I'd never been on a boat. I've never really been on a boat. So
like, do they do that on purpose?
No, fam. Somebody had a heart attack. And so they were whipping the boat around. This is a U-turn. Oh. But you got to think, this boat is like 14 stories tall, 1,000 feet long. Like this is a big, giant hotel, crazy hotel on water. They done whipped this bitch in a U-turn. I don't know no better, and the captain don't say nothing to us until it's over. So like, there's this moment like where I'm by the edge and I'm looking down.
Wait, I ain't gonna lie.
At the water, fam.
My body just shook thinking about it, fam.
I look at the water. I start to get mad. My wife is beside me, and I'm like, you took me on this shit, and the first fucking time I get on, I'm cussing, I'm mad. I'm gonna fucking drown this bitch. This is the first time I go in the ocean, and I'm gonna die.
Bro, gonna crash
mad.
out.
I'm fucking mad. Then the captain gets on there, and so what it is it was just a U-turn. They whip around. He was like, the captain get on. He don't barely speak English. That's all we hear.
Oh, shit.
We still don't fucking know what's going on. Finally, the cruise director gets on. There's like, hey, everything's good. We had a medical emergency. We just turned the ship around. We're going to go back to Galveston, drop them off, and then we'll just speed the ship up tonight and nothing will change on the whole trip. So it's like, okay, they going to fix it all. But the second part of the story is, so later that night, we had just turned all the way around and we go back. So we're pulling back into Galveston. It's like 9 o'clock. And like we're out. And you see like Galveston shoreline, which is really cool to see, like to come into a city.
Coming in from the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then we stop and we see the Coast Guard coming. People like make fun of the Coast Guard and shit. These are some bad motherfuckers. I ain't know this. So like we're on
having to deal with some shit.
Yeah, we're on the 10th floor and we're looking over a balcony and we're looking down and we're like, okay, this is where they're pulling up to. I'm talking about one fucking motion. They come up, they make a little U-turn and pull right up to this fucking catwalk deal where you can see the guy down there on the stretcher, fam. This shit was like a fucking handoff.
It sounded like these niggas handed the baton. Like,
yeah, bro. Put bro on there on the stretcher.
They did a little woo.
Yeah, stop for like 2 seconds, bro. Like it was like a NASCAR pit stop, bro. They put bro in there and took the fuck off. And I guess because, they had to get him there quick because I think he had a heart attack or something. But yeah, and then they took him off.
But how long did it take y'all to get back to shore from the time y'all hit the Huey?
It was a couple hours because that was like 4.
Yeah.
That was like 4 because we left it. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. So we were about 4 hours out and it took us about 4 to get back. And so apparently we just went faster throughout the night. And then when we got to where we was going, it was on time.
Man,
but there was a couple moments in there where I was just like, bro, the first fucking boat I get on is the one that goes down in the ocean.
Be going down.
I was finna fight. I was so mad. And
I'm going out with a body.
she was so calm. She was like, I'm sure it's just this or that. And I was like, nah, we're dying.
Nah,
like,
sure.
It's a wrap.
This don't feel calm. We've been tilting for 5 minutes.
Bro, the water came out a 5-foot pool, fam.
Nah, yeah. That would have did it. I would have saw that water crashing over. Yeah. Fam.
It's getting late, but I'll tell you, I want to talk about one more thing, fam, because this was got me stirred up today. I'm sure you've seen the...
Oh, yeah.
Fam, why do you think these rappers are getting so in their feelings about people saying that they can't battle rap? Do they not know that that's something different?
They don't. No, they don't. They don't for real. They don't even... regular battling, they don't even know how to really think about that the right way, fam. Because you can think about the whole Big 3 beef and the Rick
tracks.
Ross and all these going on.
Yeah, diss tracks are not battle rap. That's still different.
Not. It's very different. And I see them approaching them in the wrong way. So I know damn well you can't talk shit about no battle rap. Like you can't even relate to a diss track. So battle rap is dissing, rap skill, DJ. Like it's a whole lot more than just that. So
the way I was thinking about it is like, okay, so like shooting is a part of basketball, right?
Right.
But like, so like this would be like saying because you're good at basketball, you could win a 3-point competition.
Negative.
Yeah, you may have
not relatable.
You may have the skills to shoot in a basketball game or to even be decent at basketball, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win every game a knockout or win a 3-point shootout. You know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of sort of the same sport, but it's a whole different aspect.
Even being a shooter, you're not guaranteed to win a 3-point contest.
Right.
Some niggas can't even get that motion to get it off that rack. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that's the closest comparison I could come up with. Because yes, you are rapping when you battle rap, but that's a whole nother animal.
Man, and then you can't even it's not even freestyling. I saw some people today earlier talking about
put me up there freestyling.
I freestyle all day.
That's not rap.
It's not battle rap. That's not battle rap.
I think they're just confused on what battle rap is.
And then I saw somebody say, and somebody said battle rap not big no more. It's not like, I would argue that it's bigger in a way.
There's a lane for battle rap.
I would argue that
a lane.
I was thinking about his comment and I was like, it's not bigger in a way where we used to have DMX and 50 Cent out there battle rapping just because. Yeah. But there's a whole league where you can get paid
I'm looking
commas.
At the views. So today, I'm like, bro, am I stupid? So normally when if I go say some outrageous shit or say something logical that get took outrageous, well, then I have to think about it. And I said, okay.
You'll say something logical and be took wrong anyway.
Yeah, for sure. And so I was like, okay, well, let me go make sure I'm not just talking out my ass. So I went and looked up some battle rap today. The views on these leagues and stuff, they're up there. They're getting millions of views to battle rap. I wouldn't say it's gone. And I'm making
some of them boys is getting paid stupid out there.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, let's just make sure that I don't really think that these local rappers could do this. I listened to 4 battles. I was like, okay, I'm 110% sure that what I'm saying is the right shit.
Facts.
Bro, because one aspect I think that they're not thinking about is too, there ain't no beat in a rap battle. And beats been carrying rap. I believe this in my soul that beats have been carrying rap for the past, I will say 15 years.
I agree, and I think you was on the other side for a long time. As a consumer, I would say that a lot of that was because of us, direct
because what you wanted to hear was the And there's nothing wrong with that. But all I'm saying is that lyrical complexity stuff that is for battle rap.
Yeah, you take a beat away from a lot of people. You're not listening to that.
You can't
music.
show up to a battle rap and be basic. The ABC shit don't work, and that's all I'm saying, fam. And you can be so successful in today's deal and not have to be complex at all.
You gotta be clever as fuck to battle rap.
Yeah,
witty.
Yeah.
Like damn near witty enough to like
Even
if you
memor-
wanted to, you could go in the back of your room and write a novel right now. Like you got to be that type of witty. Like because you got to think of like dude might hit you with something in the second round that completely fuck up everything you finna say in the third round. Now you got to be off the dome and get him involved and like it's a whole nother ball game, fam.
Crowd work. They're working the crowd. They're memorizing stuff.
Gotta have your energy still. You
people
can't
don't
be
know
low.
their own verses because they punched them in.
A lot of and then the ones that be on YouTube and stuff where they be in front of all these people for money, a lot of times they ain't in they city. Like you might have to drive 10 hours to Baltimore to face a nigga that's really like that. You know what I'm saying?
With their people behind them.
With their people behind them. You know what I'm saying? And you just got 4-5 people that came with you in your car and this the rest of his city out here. Like battle rap different, man.
Yeah. I don't think that that's the point I was trying to get wasn't getting got. But what I did notice, because it got like 100 likes and like it got like 60, which those are always blessings for me if I can find something to do, because fam, I need engagement up because I'm trying to get paid from it. But so like, you know, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do. I try to turn, especially Facebook has just been, because I already have the following there a little bit, is just trying to make my page a place where people feel comfortable commenting.
Just come to discuss stuff.
Yeah, come talk. I love when people comment on there because that's like, you know, I don't mind if there's a full-blown conversation like on a post.
And I don't think it's playing on negativity if you're having a discussion.
Right.
I feel like it's only negative if you just come.
I'm not. Right, that's the thing.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
not
come
even
out the way,
hating
just
on these
like
rappers. I ain't said not one negative thing about them. I'm saying that their skill set and what they are good at. I'm not even saying they suck. I could go on there and be like, y'all suck ass rappers could not be battle rappers. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm saying for what y'all do, it don't translate.
Yeah, facts.
And I'll die on that.
So I did see you post this on there too. So from the ones that you do know from your times in music, if there was 3 that you think could do it, who would that 3 be?
Oh, Xavier.
You the only one?
Maybe Don Santiago.
I don't know if I heard him yet.
I don't know if that's his actual name.
Don Santiago?
He's from Dallas originally.
Oh, okay.
Lyrical as fuck. And you know how sometimes these people have their rap names. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. He's a personal trainer too. But if you're watching this, you know I gotta give you a flowers because this dude's insane, bro.
But nah, facts though.
He
King
goes
Jody
by
definitely
Trey
can.
M.O.B. I thought he went to. I thought he was tied in with some PG guys at some point.
About to check him out though.
You know Ryan Williams that went to PG, don't you?
Yeah.
He came to the studio with him one time.
Okay.
So I thought he might have been connected to PG somehow.
I was kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Everybody knew, but I was quiet.
This dude could rap. So I would say him, Xavier, maybe Shelby Urban Jr., Scrooge. Yeah.
Yes. I ain't heard Scrooge in some years, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean
that's what I'm
saying. Maybe even Bruce Aaron that records.
The producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's like that too. And I just, and a lot of times guys that are so lyrical, sometimes they do struggle to make good songs.
Mm-hmm.
Because and that's something I noticed too, because I always wanted, because there was this era where everything had to be complex, right?
Right.
And then that era kind of changed. Like you was explaining, y'all kind of like the consumer decided that they just wanted to vibe more than to be thinking about cadences and double entendres and that nature of things, you know what I'm saying? And so it shifted. You know, then the lean movement where, the
lean movement was dangerous for music.
Yeah.
Like it produced a whole lot of great music.
Crazy songs. Like there's like songs like March Madness. Like I think about that when I think of that era.
Facts.
Like I don't know half of what he said in that song. But that's such like iconic song.
My dislike about the lean era, which I love like the sounds that came from it, it created a whole lot of copycat music.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always been big on originality.
Well, they call it the mumble rap era, too, also, because that's when, like... But that's not easy. Because all these... you know what I'm saying? That's hard,
I was unfair
too.
to a lot of those artists.
Yep.
I was, like, a lot of those artists now are artists that I listen to on the regular. Like, Yachty, 21, who else was down in there? I still don't fuck with Designer.
That was... But that was too close to Future, though.
Yeah. And he probably... Did he have another one?
Panda and Timmy Turner.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
yeah, too.
But yeah.
From that class, like Kodak, like a good amount of them I gave a real hard time. But now, like, grew on me.
It's what it's also what we expect now too. You don't expect, and it's just like the downfall of like Eminem. Like it's hard to. I mean, it's hard to call it a downfall when he still gets billions of streams. But
I forgot who you had. One of your conversations you was talking about Eminem with, and you were saying that he used to be your guy. Do you still listen to him?
Not new stuff.
When he dropped, do you listen to it?
Not like I used to. You know, I've been through these phases where, I'm sure most people do this, where they pick somebody and you just deep dive and that's just all you listen to. And I definitely went through an Eminem phase. It was more like me in high school. Okay. And so like all the way to about like Recovery, when he dropped Recovery.
Recovery was bad.
Yeah. And then like after that, I kind of, fell off. But I mean, his greatest hits I still think are way behind him.
His greatest hits are behind him, but I do like him, I'm real big on lyrical rap. So, that's still, like, my favorite anything.
And that's more what, like, if I was going to, because I do possess the capabilities to do it.
Speaking on that battle rap, you might be able to battle rap.
Oh, I think I could. But I think I would have to.
A lot of people don't know that, too.
Yeah, I would have to, I don't think I would be good at first. I think it would be something that I would have to work at. Yeah. But as far as the lyrical because I used to do, like, ciphers and type stuff. And is similar to where, and I would do like ciphers with no beats and stuff too, and could come up with wild stuff, but then you just have to take that same type of deal and then direct it at somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then also work the crowd and then all the other thousands of things that go into it. But like I possess the capabilities to be lyrical. I will say that. And that's, if I was going to make music now, the struggle would be what to make. And then also, and now I'll tell you another struggle of mine, also struggle making music, like, because I've got my life squared away a bit more than I've ever had it, I struggle on what to fucking talk about.
I get it. That's almost like a...
And maybe that's a good... I feel like that's like a good thing, because I'd be like, personally. Bro, like, life is great. I'm loving this shit. It's awesome, and I'm in a good place, and it's almost hard to draw from a good place for rap.
You know that you're not going to get a lot of relatability from that.
Yeah, because most people are down in the dumps.
Down in negative. Yeah. Even if they... A lot of people can't even listen to something positive.
Yeah, that's crazy. And another thing, that's what I've noticed. I cut a lot of that going to listen to sad music out for fun. I don't do that shit no more.
I really like, I say for a long time, I really just listen to music. And I try my best to not let your like music like dwell into like how I'm existing.
But music works its way through.
It will do it.
If you don't listen to nothing but dumb shit, like dumb, crazy trap music, it's going to affect you. If you don't listen to nothing but Juice WRLD all the time, you're going to be sad, fam. If you don't listen to, you know what I'm saying?
There was a point in time when all I listened to was Cole and Kendrick, and people used to be like, bro, you talk too much over my head. Like, you talk too complex. Like, they couldn't have a normal conversation with people, so I definitely get it.
Yeah, and your music will bleed through. And I don't know, music is good, especially like emotional music. What it does do is draw out emotions that you may not could have got to that point by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying don't go listen to emotional music, because sometimes it does take that music. And as a man, maybe it takes something to get that out of us, because we do need to break every once in a while.
And then that's what art is for.
Yeah. And that's all, like you're saying, art. Sometimes a movie, a movie will move in the right direction, and a scene will hit. Music is playing right.
Don't get started on the movies. It's going to be another 30.
Break you down. Like, somebody's mom will die in a deal in a movie, and like that moment and the music playing, and I just be like,
man, something about it could trigger something. Man.
Yeah, like it's like, that's like fuck. But it's good. But what I'm saying is,
that's what you want as the artist too, in a way. Yeah. Like, you don't always want it to just be, but like if you can make somebody feel something,
but
really
as the
doing
consumer, you
got
to be careful that you don't do that for fun. That's what I'm learning. If I listen to sad music all the fucking time, I'm going to be sad.
Or diving into it just for that. Like, I want to go be sad, so I'm going to go listen to this.
I've done that. Yeah. I've done that. I've put on music to get sad.
I definitely know when the music's going to match my mood. Yeah. So like, I wouldn't say, I done put music on to get turned. I haven't done it to be sad, but if I wanted to, I could, for sure. Yeah. Actually, no, I have. There's been times I've been mad at my girl and I turn on some music crazy shit. Yeah. No, facts.
No. I used to do it too much, because to me it was like therapy, but at the same time it's just like therapy. I think also in the fact that if you sit around and focus on your maybe the downside of therapy is that maybe you're focusing too much on yourself and your problems, and like, if all you do is sit around and think about what's wrong, that, it may be good to get it out and vent every once in a while, but I think even habitual therapy is maybe not the play. But not for everybody. I'm saying for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell people don't go to therapy. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, it's like, dude, if I just sit around and think about all the fucked up shit, then I'm going to be fucked up.
Yeah. I don't try to like dive in anything like that. I try to get what I can take from it and get away from it. Like if it comes back to me, visit it while I was there for that moment, but don't try to dwell on anything. Try not to let my thoughts control me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I try to be present in every moment.
Which is tough.
Which is tough. Distractions and all the shit is world's crazy, man.
Yeah. I feel like we could talk a whole bunch more, but we better wrap it up one time.
Yeah, that's why I said when you mentioned movies, I said, but don't do that.
So I have you back on, man, because we could talk about like AI. We can talk about
a whole lot of shit, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Appreciate you coming on, man. You said Raw's what you going by now, huh?
Yeah.
Raw Myrks.
Raw Myrks, King.Raw_ on everywhere.
Yeah, that's
and make sure y'all go holler at me on No Cherry Picking too.
No Cherry Picking, yes sir.
Basketball brand, all my hoopers.
Yeah.
Hey man, congratulations, man. 2 shows in. You said this was 18 for the creators?
This is 18, and then I've done 22 for the other one since November. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.